talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. It's the right time, you feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. I think I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through, get you out of your comfort zone, 'cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. It's the right time, you feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around.
We just want to say a huge thank you for your participation. We absolutely love to see you get involved. So the only things left to do now are to sit back, relax, have you got your munchies, and enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome to Geeksvana Live. It's absolutely fantastic to see you all here this evening, and I really appreciate you all being here on what is here in the UK a fairly blustery and cold night. So it's time to wrap up warm with some awesome content, some awesome drone content, very drone focused this evening, very drone video focused as well actually, but it's absolutely fantastic to see you all. It is December already, December the 10th, so we've got a few more unusual special shows in terms of live shows on Geeksvana in the coming few weeks. Tonight's show is going to be a viewer video mix-up. We're going to bring you some of the viewer videos back that the people have very kindly allowed us to share on the channel over the past year, which is very exciting. Very excited about that. But also we're then going to be having next week, myself and Stephen will be having a review of 2020, talking about all of the big stories which Geeksvana has covered, bringing some updates to those stories and seeing how those stories played out during the year, and really see how the drone and tech world started the year and ended the year. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And then of course on the 23rd we have our exclusive live studio show coming live from Bristol, from a very special location, which will have some exclusive members access to the location in the next few days. It's going to be very exciting to show you where we're going to be doing the show from once everything is confirmed. Obviously with the current pandemic, things take a little bit longer than I'd like to try and get sorted, so it's good fun. Hi everybody who's joined us in the chats. It's really great to see so many of the regular names. I really appreciate it. Drone Shots, hello sir. Philip Koshat, how are you sir? Hope Vegas was good. Michael Blade, hi. Eric Watt, hello. JSK, really good to see you, JSK Enterprise. Mike Drennan, hello sir. He's watching with it muted because he's in and out of work meetings. Hashtag free Mike. Mark Lum, likewise. Okay, good to see you, sir. And Andy Keast, TA Air, good to see you. Dog Flighter 2020, good to see you as well. When I answer your comments on my normal videos, I think I've answered them, a couple of them. Dog Fighter 2020. I keep missing the L out, so I do apologise there, because my phone, when I hit reply, doesn't come up with the names, so I have to type it sometimes. Johnny Mac 26, good to see you. Andy Keys, Lindsay Hayes, hello sir, good to see you. Johnny DRC, and everybody else. SJM Drones and Media, hello sir, coming in there at the end. And Simon Hawkins, hello sir. I have actually, I think Simon, were you the chap that won the Tello, which we've now sent out to you? So you should have that very soon. It's very exciting, isn't it, being able to win drones? Yeah, we like that. So as I say, tonight we're going to be looking at some awesome viewer videos and having a chill out session. If you've got any questions for me about anything that's going on at the channel, or anything about the videos, etc., any subjects you want to bring up, at me in the @Geeksvana in the chat, and I can answer those. We're going to start off with the very first viewer video I ever shared on Geeksvana Live, and it's actually from our senior moderator, El Smeghead, Andy, and his channel called El Smeghead. Enjoy. And there we go. A very cool video there from Andy L. Smeghead, which is actually of the Iron Bridge cooling towers being demolished over here in the UK. Absolutely fantastic shot of it. And as Andy said, did you all actually spot the Mavic Mini flying into shot right at the end there? If you look, I'm going to go back to it and replay that section of it. And if you look in the upper right hand side, you'll see a little... perfectly safe. What on earth could go wrong with that? as Andy's pulling back carefully and everything, keeping his distance, this little Mavic Mini goes screaming on in there, which is a little bit scary. But yes, that was the first ever viewer video played out on Geeksvana Live. So thank you, Andy L. Smeghead. Not only are you a fantastic senior moderator, I've put the link in his channel to his channel in the chat above there. Do go and support him. Not only you're a fantastic senior moderator, but you're also a damn good flyer of a drone. Which drone was that, Andy? Because I know that you use the Mini these days, but I think, was that your Phantom? It looked like a Mavic Pro Platinum. Okay, there you go. That's very good to know. Okay, moving on. Our next one is actually from one of our channel members, a chap called Paul Murray. Paul lives up in sunny Michigan. It's sunny quite often. Lives quite close to Port Huron, I think is how you pronounce it. Huron, yes. Please correct me in the chat if I'm mispronouncing that. And he gets to fly a lot of ships. He's very skillful at it. Has used all sorts of aircraft, from Mavic Minis all the way through to Inspires. I think the Mavic 2s are his go-to aircraft. But yeah, let's have a look at his video. It's a cool one. clearly a pre-COVID sailing there of a beautiful sailing boat. Paul often captures the larger container ships coming up and down through that particular port entrance, which is absolutely fantastic. A great channel. Link is in the description to his channel, so please do go over and check that out. A couple of things from the chat. Fever stock photo. Hi, what's happening on the 31st regarding the regulations? They will still be changing, because in fact, no matter what the UK's status is within the EU, whether that's an extension of transition or no deal, however all that Noel Edmonds stuff works, the CAA are actually basically bringing in their adopted regulations, which essentially you can call it mirroring, but it's the UK's version of the EASA regs, so they will certainly be coming in. We've heard nothing to say that that's going to be changing at all. One point from Joan Shots, which was quite funny, which is why do they call it the Mini 2 when there was no Mini 1? Because of course it was the Mavic Mini, which I quite like that. That's very good. So yeah, so as I say, those regulations will still be coming in. So that's an interesting one. It is because they are, as I say, they're mirroring them. They're adopting the EU regulations rather than anything else. Interestingly, though, when I speak to people over in Spain and other countries, there hasn't been as much activity from their air regulators as far as getting things ready and notifying them that different things are going to be changing, etc. So that's quite interesting, really. Okay, next up, we've got one of our FPV Wednesday videos to show you. Now, this is something we trialed for a few weeks, and the idea being that we would bring you very short shots of some awesome FPV flies, different flies, every week. This is going to be coming back in January, but it's actually going to be coming back in a fortnightly basis. But that's something I'm very excited about. I got to meet some really cool FPV flies, including people like Mako Reactra, who of course came onto the channel. And here's a reminder of our first release on that. It's FPV episode 1.
It's time for FPV Wednesday. Quick, let's get to the quads. Keep it going. FPV dreams are made of these.
Whew, I feel like I need a bit of a lay down after that. I have to say it was absolutely fantastic, and in fact, if I find my buttons correctly. Let's let Lib tell us.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell while you're there. You may as well, like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Exactly. Absolutely fantastic FPV flying there, and as I say, I've met some really interesting people as a camera drone flyer. It's been fantastic to interview some people like Troy from Quad Standard Labs and Mako Reactra, who of course has just been to nationals and did very well there, bless her, which was absolutely fantastic to see. And it's been a really good opportunity to see how camera drones and FPV flying community are starting to come together a little bit more. I'd love to see them come together even more. It would be fantastic. And you know, as I say, it's been a real blast hanging out with some of the FPV community, certainly in a socially distanced kind of way, which is unfortunate. Up next, we're going to switch back to camera drones and to the channel Time to Fly, which other people will know him as Al Diaz. And this is a fantastic, absolutely breathtaking footage of San Francisco. Enjoy. Absolutely amazing, and thank you again to Al Diaz for letting us share that Time to Fly. It was on one of our earlier shows actually, and I'm still just as blown away by it when I watch it now. Absolutely fantastic footage. Okay, up next we're going to be going back to the land of FPV, and one of my favourite channels, Max Air 420, who is an absolutely stand-up guy and likes to chase cars drifting and doing burnouts quite a lot. Let's have a look at that one, shall we? Ooh. Anyone else a little bit dizzy? I feel like I have to hold onto the desk when I'm watching some of Max Air 420's videos. I've actually got another one from him coming up later in the show. And for those of you just joining us, tonight is a viewer video remix, essentially looking back at some of the videos that we've been lucky enough to share on our live streams during 2020. And you know, it is at the coming to the end of our first full year. We did start in 2019, but it's our first full year of being on YouTube. And I cannot thank everybody enough for all of the kind words, support and feedback you've given me to help the channel become a better place, frankly. And I think we're starting to find our voice. We're still developing, of course, and hopefully that development and evolution will never stop, frankly. But we really are starting to find parts of our voice which I'm very, very excited about. Now, one of the things that we don't do much is actually share my flights on the channel, and that's really because, you know, as a drone news and a drone and tech related content channel, we like to keep everybody up to date on things like regulations, etc., and have fun live streams and interviews, etc. So we're not really geared towards showing a lot of my flights. So one of the flights that is on my channel from a while back now is when I got to go and fly at a couple of 12th century chapels. So I thought I would share that video with you guys tonight as we're looking back at some of our previous videos. Coming up actually later on, we're also going to have some outtakes from the channel from myself and Lib, so that's quite funny, so keep an eye out for that. Hi everyone, welcome to Geeksvana. Today we're going to be flying at two 12th century churches which we've been given very kind permission to fly at. Both chapels have a wealth of history which I'll include in the description below. They have been meticulously looked after by their local parishes. I hope you enjoy the flight.
New to me, and I hope you understand that I am not quite ready, but I think that soon I am. I know I like it, this thing, the way that you amaze me, but I'm scared as hell. This broken heart of mine is yours to keep at your place. You realize that all I need is you. So you'll be in my arms, but until then, I hope you understand that I am scared as hell. This is what you for me, and I hope you understand. You drag out the best in me, next to you is Wonderland. But I've got baggage, stories, things that almost wrecked me, and I'm scared as hell. This broken heart of mine is yours to keep at your place. You realize that all I need is you. So you'll be in my arms, but until then, I hope you understand that I am scared as hell. Another day if you won't be there. And when I'm done with this, my heart will be complete. But I never thought that you could, and I'll never think that you can understand why I am scared as hell. This is quite new to me, and I hope you understand. This broken heart of mine is yours to keep at your place. And once you realize that all I need is you, so you'll be in my arms, but until then, I hope you understand that I am scared as hell. Scared as All you need is my pain. Nothing in between, never met you lost. When you were born there was thunder, fire lit in the sky as to lead astray. Now heavy rain pours out of you and me. Come back, rain. Come and ease this obsession. Full force dispossess. Come and quiet this aggression.
And there we go. That was my own flight, as I say, around two 12th century chapels here in the heart of Surrey in the UK. Absolutely fantastic people who run those two parishes. They were very, very kind, provided me multiple points of access on different days. Absolutely fantastic people. The only thing I had to promise was to come back when it snows to take some photographs for them. And it actually hasn't snowed in the last 12 months. So, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get some of that going soon. I do actually see my co-host Stephen Sutton, the Fly-ByGuys, who's just arrived for 2 months' work flying drones in Dubai. Good to see you, Stephen. Hope your flight and your travels went well. It's 1:30 a.m. over there and 25 degrees, so that's pretty warm, it has to be said. But good luck with your ventures over there. Stephen is the co-host of the other Thursday. He'll be joining me next week, and we'll be doing a look back, as I was saying earlier, of all of the big stories which we've covered in 2020. I do actually have a video of Stephen's to share with you as well, which is one of my favourite videos of Stephen's, because of course before Stephen was a co-host, he was a viewer, then he came on as a guest, and now he's a co-host. So but this is actually a project that the Fly-ByGuys did in Finland, which was basically flying at an airport with the drone with active aircraft in the vicinity as part of a project as well, which is absolutely fascinating. There's a link in the description to his channel. If you go across and see the full video, he explains much more about the project and the actual science behind what was happening. The clip I've got to show you is all the cool drone flying from that video, so enjoy.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I'm made this way, but why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't.
Absolutely fantastic there, and it's a really great flight there. Some of the work that Stephen and his colleagues are doing is frankly fascinating. There's also a very good video over on his channel regarding some AR technology which he tested, which we then actually carried out an interview with the people behind that, Hanu and his colleagues over on Geeksvana. So that was absolutely fantastic. So again, as I say, that's a viewer video that became a guest, that became a co-presenter actually. So yeah, very, very lucky to know Stephen and have him part of the channel. channel. He's a great guy. Okay, so up next we're going from Finland and aeroplanes to the Bahamas, Freeport, and a cruise ship. And this is from another person who is very well known within the drone community, creator community. That's Ron from 3X Drones, and this is a really fantastic video. Actually, enjoy.
Gaps.
And I pressed the wrong button at the end there, so you got a little bit of a preview of one of the next videos coming up. But it was fascinating to see the cruise ship there refueling as well, which is something I haven't actually seen myself before, which is fantastic. So thank you, Ron, 3X Drones, letting us share that. Just to anyone that's just joining us, this is a bit of a slightly different live stream tonight, as it was just myself hosting this evening. I thought we'd do something different for December. Tonight we've got the viewer video mix-up showing some of the cool videos that we've shared over the last 12 months on Geeksvana. We've been lucky enough to share. And as I say, next week we're going to be doing a review of all of the big stories. And then on the 23rd, we've got the big studio date, which is fantastic. Now, one of the things I've enjoyed in the last 12 months, I've absolutely loved in the last 12 months, is getting to work with other people on Geeksvana. So as I was mentioning before, Stephen Sutton, Fly-ByGuys, and also, of course, Lib Marie, now with her own channel, Lib Marie X, and of TikTok and Instagram fame. And it's been a lot of fun working with those two, and also now the team over at Crowded Space Drones, who've been on the show quite a lot, and Matt from Mr. MPW, and all of our other friends. Basically, it's been fantastic how welcoming the rest of the community has been. People like Ken Heron, Kelly at Ready Set Drone, etc. There's a really great sense of community amongst the drone community and the drone creator community, and I've really appreciated that. But we also make our own share, our own level of mistakes. Hence that one there, including pressing the wrong buttons. And here's a little funny video which we actually had put together, edited for our members section. But I thought I'd play it out tonight as that's a little bit of fun. Thank goodness it is recording. Okay.
Fuck off, really. They still have their conversation. Bear with.
Way too fast.
Thank you for donating the shirt, Luke. Since I pick it up. Fucking hell. Spoiling doing these things. Ooh, damn. That's the way. Okay. That's the way I like it.
Yes, please. No.
You hang it. No, you hang it. Fine, I'm hanging it.
It still makes me laugh when I see that one. Eric Watts, hello sir, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the Drone Club, sir. Really appreciate it. Just so you know, if you're in the chat and you use colon and start to type the word geek, you'll see all of the custom emojis that you now have access to as a channel member, and you'll find links to the if you go to the homepage of the channel, you'll find links there to the members exclusive playlist, which includes a regular podcast with myself and occasional guests as well. And yes, Andy, thank you for putting Lib's YouTube channel in the chat there. I really appreciate that. Okay, back to the world of FPV, and one of my favourite FPV pilots, who is Crowball FPV, Heath Wilby. Heath Wibley. Sorry, we've shared out a few of his videos over the year, and this is one of my favourite videos of his. It's very short, but it's absolutely awesome. I'm sounding a bit like a radio DJ tonight. Welcome to Geeksvana FM. Absolutely fantastic. Heath is a very young man down under in Australia. He's FPV, one of I can't remember the exact title that he took, but he took one of the titles, I think in 2018 or 19, when he was only about 18 years of age. But he obviously enjoys flying his FPV drone around his father's farm down in Australia, and some absolutely fantastic footage there, especially for a geek like me who also loves tractors, combines. I don't know about anybody else, but I've spent far too much time on Farming Simulator. which is crazy. Okay, up next we're going to go back to the camera drone world, and this is from a channel called Mavic Mini. Can you guess what kind of drone he flies? Perhaps an Otel? So yes, here is a video of which he titles Natural Follies, which is of a derelict ruined folly, which is a really cool flight, I think. a really interesting video there. Obviously, Maverick Mini didn't have too much to work with, as it was a very small amount of ruins, but I think it was fantastic. And as people were in the chat were saying, hit the gap, and he did hit the gap, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, up next we are going back into the world of FPV, and we've got a couple of videos coming up, including John Coopy crashing some videos a little bit later on. Crashing some drones a little bit later on. But first up, we're going to see Mike Drennan flying one of his small whoop drones and almost ending in divorce, unfortunately.
Looking for excellent trick execution, as well as locations that are impressive, unique, and risky.
Oh, poor Shirley. And if you look at some of Mike's flights, Shirley is often in the corner helping to film, or she's actually the object he's orbiting around and that type of thing. So it was only a matter of time until she was caught in the crossfire, frankly. And hi to Shirley if you're watching as well, because Shirley is one of our few female members of the channel, and I really appreciate that. Both Mike and Shirley are members. As I say, really appreciate that. Mike's video series, which we've shared a few times this year, is actually part of the IGAL, the International Game of Whoop, where they do like a horse thing with the word whoop, and you try different stunts each week. If you can't do the stunt, you get a letter of the word whoop until you use them all up, just like a game of horse basically. But it's a absolutely fantastic competition, which can actually lead to you getting some fantastic prizes and becoming an official whoop pilot as well, which is very exciting. Okay, up next we're going to watch John Coopy swearing and crashing drones, which is, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I hear, that's all he really does.
Now, this is really important, and a lot of people have been having this issue because this is just the way the altitude hold works. You cannot come down full on the throttle. You cannot, because if you do that and you push this left stick all the way down, it will shut the motors off. So don't do that. Come down light. Come down light, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Don't hold it for more than 3 seconds or you're gonna just crash. Because as I said, when you hold it down, it shuts the motors off. That's its key to shut the motors off. So you hold it up to turn the motors on and down to turn the motors off.
All seems perfectly straightforward. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh shit!
Uh-oh, what's that on the floor? Can we see something that should be attached to the drone on the floor there?
You're gonna notice that my X16 has some electrical tape around the end here. And why is that? Well, this thing took a tumble right out of the sky during my preliminary testing phase. I'm going to show that for you here. Oh my God!
I'd just like to state on behalf of John Coopy, as he's not in the chat tonight to defend himself, that those are very rare crashes that he has, and he does test these things to the point of extreme. So again, there's a link to his channel in the description. Do go over and support him. He does some great reviews of drone products. He's just got into the DJI FPV Air unit as well, which is an interesting one as well. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Okay, up next we're going to show you episode 2 of DJI. I say DJI FPV, it's because I've got the DJI FPV drone on my brain, I think. Anyone else thinking of buying that in the chat? Let me know if it's you know, around the $1,000 mark, and anyone else tempted by it. I don't know. I kind of am as a camera drone flyer. Not sure yet. Have to see how it flies and see how the trusted reviewers feel about it. But here it is. This is episode 2 of our FPV Wednesdays, which was out a few weeks ago.
It's time for FPV Wednesday. Let's get to the quads. Want more? Let's go. Want your clip and channel featured?
Absolutely fantastic there. Some amazing flyers, and as I said, over the last 12 months I've got to know some of the FPV community, and they're not that scary. They don't bite too much. You just have to wear thick gloves when you go near them. But yes, it's been fantastic to get to know a lot of them and to be able to share their content and to find out how things are going for them. I hope you're enjoying the different pace of this evening's live stream from Geeksvana Live. Normally, obviously, we cover some varied subjects, including having people like the CAA ex-drone boss on and drone experts, that type of thing, and fantastic FPV flies like Mako Reactra. But tonight we're having a slightly different pace to bring you this viewer video remix, basically, which is I'm finding an awful lot of fun. Next up, we're going to slow things down again a little bit, back to the camera drone world, and an awesome fireworks show which was caught by Ray Hall, otherwise known as Coolbic. Hi Ray, if you're watching, good to see you, sir. And yeah, this is absolutely fantastic over in New York. So we really are hopping around the world tonight. Wow, wasn't that fantastic? And we do swap out the music to most of these videos, and we use Epidemic Sound, if anybody's wondering, from that point of view. I noticed that Adrian Shipley earlier said actually about Mike Drennan's drone landing in Shirley Drennan's hair. He hoped the drone was okay. It's good to see that we've all got our priorities straight as drone pilots, isn't it, really? Absolutely fantastic. Okay, how about another flight from our wonderful senior moderator, El Smeghead. Now, Andy has had a real year of it in 2020, frankly, and it's great he keeps his chin up and keeps moving forward. Obviously, with pandemic times, he's followed the work across to the small island of Guernsey, which is, you've got the UK, Britain here, and you've got France here. Guernsey's in the middle there, in the channel, and it's a small island which rules itself essentially. Has a very interesting history from World War II. If you look up Guernsey World War II, you'll see some fascinating stuff there. And when he went across there to work, he had to isolate in a hotel room. So what else do you do in a hotel room? You fly a whoop.
I've been in this hotel just under 24 hours now, and I'm bored already. So I think it's time to tiny whoop.
Did you know the most interesting people in the world subscribe to this channel? Coincidence, obviously.
I think that must be some kind of coincidence, Lib, yes. But hey, that's because drone pilots are the most interesting people in the world, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure you'd all agree. But yes, there's the link to Andy's channel in the chat there, and there's some fantastic videos of his walk around Guernsey, which includes some really good drone flight, lots of history in there as well. So any history buffs, I'd recommend that one indeed. Now, we've just seen obviously my other co-host Lib there in that little video. She actually, this year, she flew her first drone and was kind enough to make a little video about it. So how about we relax and watch that one?
You guys asked for it, and I guess you've waited long enough. Let's do this. Charging this bad boy up. I mean, I think that means it's charged. Does that mean it's charged? Ooh, what a cool little effect.
Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, now trip. Oh, flick the switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning. I know we're acting stupid, being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Let's go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. Make me feel so young.
So we flew it in the house. It was too windy to fly outside, and I think it's safe to say that it's terrifying, isn't it, to fly a drone inside the house. I managed to successfully terrify my child, the cat, myself, and my husband. Although the husband was intentional. We did try to scare him, didn't we? Now I'm going to go and take a pill or something, because that was terrifying.
Absolutely fantastic there. Well done, Lib, for being brave enough to share your first flight. She was flying on a phone as well. It's a Tello drone on a phone. So that was some skills for sure there. So just before we move on, before I forget, Johnny Mac, sorry for not mentioning it yet, a £5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Extremely generous of you, sir. Really do appreciate that. Hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. If you have just joined us, this is our sort of end of year viewer video compilation of all the sort of videos, some of the videos that we have shared over the year. Obviously, we shut out an awful lot, so we've had to try and keep that selection down as far as we can. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Still a few to go though. Some more fantastic FPV stuff coming up, and some absolutely incredible drone footage from Essex actually, which is coming up very, very soon. Now, one of the channels that I really do enjoy visiting myself is a chap or a drone channel called Rod Piker Drones UK. I've seen him in the chat tonight. I'm not sure if he's still here, but some absolutely stunning flights of some really unique locations across the Northern Ireland area. So some really fantastic looking footage. And he has got some real skills. This is a flight from pre-pandemic times where there was actually a field of sunflowers grown for a cancer charity, which is a fantastic cause. If you click the link in the description across to his channel, you can read more about that. Let's have a look at an edited version of that video.
We got time, but no money. but there ain't nobody stopping us. We got bills, but no dollars. But now we don't really give up. No, we don't really give up. Living for that ray of light. Life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful. Going all the way tonight, making it beautiful. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like this. Acting like this. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like this. Acting like this.
Absolutely fantastic. And as I say, there is a link in the description to Rod Piker Drones UK's channel. Absolutely incredible footage on there. He's got some mind-blowing footage on there, which is one of the ones which was I absolutely love, is where they've actually changed or planted trees, etc., in a certain shape to make a tree shape from above with a drone on a forest. It's absolutely fantastic. So there's links in the description to everybody's channels who we're featuring this evening. Philip Koshat, good to see you, sir. $5 super chat. Thank you very much for everything you do, Sean, to another great year. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody's kind feedback that we've had this year. It's been an amazing ride, and I'm really looking forward to it. A fantastic 2021 with all of you awesome people. It's going to be it will be absolutely fantastic. We do actually have a video from Philip coming up of him blowing something up, which is isn't as scary as it sounds, although it is tannerite. So there we go. Right, up next we've got another hit of FPV Wednesday, our last one for this evening, and then, as I say, we're going to see Philip blow up some things with some tannerite, and some absolutely incredible drone footage from over in Essex in the UK, which is one of my favourite videos of the year so far. But first of all, let's have a look at our final hit of FPV Wednesday when I find the button.
Want your clip and channel featured on FPV Wednesday? Send your clips to fpv@geeksvana.com. Let's get to the quads.
Absolutely fantastic flights there. And again, thank you to everyone in the FPV community that's been so helpful in bringing these things together. One of the things I love about the Geeksvana channel so far is that we have viewers from all over the world. We've got the UK group, we've got the US group, we've got the Europeans, Brazilians, Australians, from everywhere, which of course is very much YouTube. And we're very lucky to have an audience that is very much spread across the camera drone and the FPV markets. And I really appreciate that, because we get so much great feedback from the different audiences on different stories. And that's something which I'm particularly pleased about with the way the channel has grown. Mike Drennan, $5 super sticker, thank you. Critical hit. Very apt gaming one there for us gamers, so I really do appreciate that, thank you. Okay, so next up we've got another one from Heath Wibley, which is Crowbell FPV, doing a little bit with a little bit of FPVing, a very short one with a John Deere tractor, and we're going to move straight from that one into Philip Koshat blowing something up with some from Tannerite. So what more could you want? FPV drones and explosions. You know, what else could you want possibly?
This is not what to do with your drone. You do not, I thought 100 feet would just be perfect height for the drone. Well, I guess I was wrong. But it still flies. It's just covered in dirt, including the lens. I'm going to have to just get a can of air and blow out all the sensors in it and make sure that everything goes well with it. But yeah, it's not toast. It still runs. But anyway, we're going to shoot over to the video. And if you like this content, click the like button and sure, subscribe, please.
Absolutely fantastic. I love. I think it's funny doing it that way around as well, with Philip showing us the debris and everything on the bottom of the Otel drone, and then you see what caused it. Of course, you see that plume coming up towards you with all the bits of debris flying up. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really good fun. Okay, up next we have got. Some more FPV flying, and then, as I say, that amazing shot from Essex. But one thing to let you all know about as well, as we usually do, tonight, of course, is Thursday night. So it is Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron over on his channel, 7 p.m. Central, and that's 1 a.m. in the UK. Tonight it's Ludo FPV who's joining him, and Kelly Green is back. Obviously, Kelly was a little bit poorly with COVID, unfortunately, recently, but he is now he's now back in the co-host seat. And in actual fact, I will be on TNL this evening live myself during the news. What could that be to do? It'd be myself, Jeff, Kelly and Ken. So it'll be a full screen for you this evening for a few minutes when I pop in. So that's going to be good fun. Okay, earlier on we saw a clip from Max Air 420 of him chasing the cars doing the burnouts and the drifting, etc. Well, we have one which is a little bit more kick back and relax as we're moving towards the end of the show now, and showing some of his more cinematic footage, which I love. Here you go. Absolutely fantastic there, and it's a very different pace to Max Air 420's previous clip that we shared earlier in the show. Just some stunning stuff there. Okay, so as I was saying, not to get too soppy or anything, this is coming towards the end of our first full year on YouTube as a channel, and I want to say again to those of you that are still with us that I really appreciate all of your support, the channel members, the super chats this evening, everything else like that, the kind feedback, everybody watching my videos when I put a video up. I really do appreciate all of the kind support that everyone's shown us as a new channel. There's a lot of drone channels out there already, so we're trying to have a different voice and do something slightly different as we move forward, and there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up in 2021 on the channel for sure. Okay, up next there's a video from Aerial Drones Video Photography. I'll play another video before I get too soppy, which is an amazing flight, which is over in one of the bays in Essex, and you can really see the work that went into this, not just from the editing and color grading point of view, but being up at the right time. I know that he had to get permission from airports to fly within at the edge of zones, etc. Just an absolutely fantastic flight. Enjoy. Absolutely stunning video there from Aerial Drones Video Photography. Absolutely fantastic. Again, all the links to everybody's channels is in the description below. Just the colours, obviously the absolute golden hour, and getting the sunrise and everything else like that. Just phenomenal, frankly, absolutely phenomenal work on every aspect, even the sound engineering with the water and everything else like that. We left their own music in there. We managed to clear it on the copyright system that everything was okay, so we thought we'd leave that there because they'd worked so hard on that. So okay, thank you very much for everybody for joining us this evening. As I say, tonight was the first of our specials in December, as it were. This was our viewer video compilation of some of the videos that we've played out, been extremely lucky enough to be able to share out with you during our live shows in 2020. Next week we have the 2020 review of the year, where we'll be looking at everything from the point of view of the news stories which we've covered, which has been quite a few, which we've gone more into depth than I possibly thought I would end up doing, Microdrone 4.0 and some certain people being arrested, etc. And yeah, myself and Steve and my co-host will be picking through those and updating you all on what's happened and giving you a few more behind the scenes details on some of the stories as well, which I think is going to be a really interesting one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this different show tonight, which is hit a little bit different, but it's been an awful lot of fun to put together. It was a lot of work to put together, as you can imagine, with all these videos, but it was an awful lot of fun as well for myself to look back and have a look at some of the content we've been lucky enough to share, whether those people have been on as guests or just viewers sending videos in. Been absolutely fantastic. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll see you during the week. We've got lots more videos coming up, pre-recorded videos coming up during the week, and we'll be back next Thursday at 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern. See you soon, guys.